We are talking about canvas in QML. So QML is based upon scene graph technology. In scene graph technology, you have no control over a window, and typically all the windowing happens through item. So item is a kind of a fictitious window, and it is drawn on a scene, and scene is finally mapped on a view or widget. So on a widget, one programmer can have hundreds and thousands of items, and each item has one area. That's it. It's a fictitious area. It doesn't have any painting mechanism, and it does not have any event mechanism feature. Nothing. But widget derives from QPainter. It derives from widget derives from Q object, and widget derives from QPaint device. It derives from Q object and QPaint device. Q object provides event handling, and QPaint device provides a painting on a widget. So widget has everything, but since item is a kind of lightweight window, it can be said. So or lightweight region on a widget, one area region. So item cannot draw. So we will talk about how we can draw on an item. So there are two ideas behind the scene. Item, if we see in QML side, it is instantiation of QQuick item on C++. So either we can draw on C++ side, and then we can use that item in QML, or directly in QML we can draw. So if we see C++ side, then we have QQuick painted item. It derives from QQuick item, and QQuick painted item we can have QPainter. It receives QPainter. We can override paint, and we can have painting. So this way we have a painted item. But if we see on QML side, we have something called canvas. So on C++ side we have QQuick painted item. On QML side you have canvas. So canvas is an item, like QQuick painted item is a QQuick item. This side a canvas is an item. And in widget we have a QPainter to draw. Here we have context 2D. So in canvas is an item which is a context 2D like a QPainter. And we can do 2D means it can do 2D drawings. So we can draw a line, and then we can draw a region, and we can fill the region, we can draw a text, we can do clipping. So more or less whatever a QPainter can do, a context 2D, a QPainter can do on a widget, context 2D can do on a canvas. So we'll see canvas. So canvas becomes important in QML, I would say rather highly important. When someone wants a custom drawing, someone wants a zigzag, and someone wants a free drawing. If someone is moving a mouse and then line would follow the mouse in a drawing, so that is kind of a free line or free drawing. So this kind of thing becomes very important in QML. Means canvas is highly important. You can do any kind of drawing. You can draw a circle, you can draw a path, you can draw a rectangle, you can do a clipping on an image, you can draw text, so many things. So in an example we will develop one zigzag kind of a circle, and that will attach with a rectangle, and it will make a kind of a hybrid structure. So that we will see. It will be transparent, and so this way we can have a canvas, and we can have other item, we can combine together, and we can build up a kind of very hybrid architecture. So we will draw a kind of a zigzag circle in canvas. So that we'll see. Okay, so this is about canvas in QML, and it is Ubuntu Linux Mint flavor. Okay, so we are in discussion about canvas in QML. So we'll see what is canvas and where it has come from, where it stands in Qt architecture. We'll go point by point. So custom painting in QML, widget based painting and scene graph based drawing. So these two are mainly in QML. Widget and QPainter, that is in widget architecture, whereas in item based it is context, canvas and context 2D. So a widget is a window plus event handling, and painting over a widget is possible. Whereas item is just a model and it has a region in a window. That's it. Neither it handles event nor it can be painted over a widget. We can see the okay, so we are at QWidget. So QWidget derives from QObject, so it provides event handling and then paint device. So painting is possible on QWidget. So this is the architecture, and there are so many QWidget that also provide event handling and like this. So many button and slider and dialog and main window and tab bar and menu bar and so many. Now we'll see item. Item in QML instantiates QQuickItem, and then there are so many derives from item. Shape and flow and grid and animated shape, loader and row layout and so many. Item derives from item instantiates Qt object, derives from Qt object, and it instantiates QQuickItem, which derives from QObject and QQML parser status. Okay, so it looks like it has event handling feature, but item doesn't provide it. Other items like mouse area and those things they provide, and there is no painting. So this is the architecture. Now we will not talk about event handling in Canvas. So we'll talk about this feature, painting over widget. Now we were in widget and item. Now if we see item in C++ side, it is QQuickItem. QQuickItem and QQuick painted item. Q quick item is instantiated as item, and Q quick item is derived as Q quick painted item. It provides painting. So there is a one possibility that someone should write C++ code and he would derive from Q quick painted item and override paint method where it will receive Q painter and it can do painting, and then make that class available on Qt side, on QML side, or we have ready-made item and from that canvas is derived. So in this sense we can use canvas. Now, as we stated, Q quick painted item has Q painter and canvas has context2D. We are talking about QML itself. We are not talking about widget. So widget story is over. When we talk about QML, for QML there are classes in Qt, and for base class, that is item, Qt has Q quick item. From Q quick item, Q quick painted item derives, and it provides a paint method. In that we can do drawing on the Q quick painted item, and then that class, the derived class of Q quick painted item, we can pass it to QML side. Or Q quick item we have, for that instantiated is item derived as canvas, and we can derive from canvas and we can do as per programmer's wish. Q quick painted item has Q painter on Qt side, and on QML side we have canvas and context2D. This is the guy which carries all the graphics functions. So canvas behaves as a widget, fictitious widget, on which context2D would draw. So that is the idea. Now from item canvas is derived and canvas compose context2D. This is the architecture. Okay, so how things happens in bigger scenario? This is a widget. So this is a widget and this is called scene and this is our item. Items are not window. They are pure drawings. They are pure a region in a window. Separate items, or you can say hundreds and hundreds of items, can be drawn on a fictitious scene, which is not a window, and scene can be mapped up on many view. This is one view. Like this, it can be mapped on tens of views. So this is the architecture of graphics scene. Now on the widget, these items are drawn with a single Q painter, and it also provides input event. So this is the architecture. Now we are here. We are talking about canvas. We are here in item, and we'll have a context2D and we'll draw. Finally, everything would get converted into Q painter, and it will be drawn on a Q widget in one go. All items will be drawn left to right in one go. It would speed up the scenario. Okay, so canvas is kind of a window, and like Q widget provides when we see drawing in Q widget, size of the widget, and request paint, I think there it is there is some function is there to request for update, I think. So if someone updates the widget, it goes for painting again. It calls a paint event, and get context is to get the context. There you have to instantiate QPainter inside the paint event. Context 2D, you can draw a line and you can fill an closed area like a circle or something like that, or you can have a begin path and you can draw a path and fill it. So line, closed area, you can clip an image or something like that, you can draw text and you can transform it, you can rotate, scale and translate. So these are the main features of canvas. Finally, this is the what we are going to do. We'll draw a circle, zigzag circle as stated, and we'll fill it with a color. We'll draw a text, and then finally we'll have a handle, that is a rectangle. So this is what is the design of the program. So filling is fill, and this is text, this is a stroke like outside, and this is the begin path. So full is a path, what we are seeing now, and inside the path we fill it, outside the path we stroke it by the color, inside the fill we draw a text. We attach this, we just kind of side by side we draw a rectangle. So that is the concept. So we can start. This is the output we are expecting. It's not difficult. Dir canvas. Okay, so it is an empty directory. We are using py site 6. We are using py site 6, and it can be installed as sudo pip3 install py site 6, or someone can create a virtual environment and then start the virtual environment, and it can install, he can install the same way sudo pip3 install up to the, if someone has many Python installed and he and other py sites also, then he can go for virtual environment. Okay, so we'll start. So we'll have my canvas. Will include Q quick, Qt quick, include Qt quick dot controls. Now we'll have canvas as per the design. We are inheriting from canvas, and this is QML way. We'll have a width as 400, height as 400. Now on paint is a slot, so we can see canvas. Canvas is an item as described, and it provides few functions. Okay, we are using now signals are painted. There are methods request, paint, and okay, there is one signal called paint. So we are writing slot for paint, that is on paint. Now we'll have context equal to get context 2D context 2D. Okay, so it doesn't derive from anything, so it's just a kind of a painting class. Context get context 2D context stroke style. Now we are drawing this the begin path, the this circular path. So context stroke style is QTRGBA. Okay, so it is a black color, the way it looks. Context dot line width will set as 2. Context dot begin path context move to width height by 4. So right side and top. So we are here. We are drawing this point. First we are moving it to this location. Context line to width by 2. Okay, it is coming here, width by 2, move to height by 4, and width by 2 0. We are coming here. Context line to zero and height by 2. So we are okay, so we were making shortcut, so we are here. We can make this also. Okay, so that would be width by 4 and height would be height by 6, something like this. Okay. Now we are here, width by 2 0 and width by 4 height by 6. So we are here. Now context line to 0 height by 2. We are here. Now we'll draw this. Context line to 0 height by 2, context line to width by 4, and it would be something like height into 5 by 6, context line to width by 2, and we'll go for into 3 by 4. So we are increasing, I think it is, we'll make a height, let's see, context, and then we'll close the path, context dot stroke, so this is what we have written. Import Qt quick controls, canvas on paint, and get context, stroke style, line width, begin path, move to width by 2, 0, and then width by 4, height by 6, 0, height by 2, width by 4, height by 5, 6, width by 2, height, and then we'll add one more, context dot line to width and height into 3 by 4, close path, stroke, on paint over and canvas over. This is the file we have written. We'll copy the main.py from previous slides, generic main.py here. So this is what we have done. So we have written mycanvas.qml right now. Import Qt quick controls, canvas, and this is what we have written. This is the code, and main.py is here. This is main.py, quite simple, and it reads the QML file. If it finds application window or window in it, it instantiates QQML engine, otherwise QQuickView. So in this case, it would instantiate QQuickView. We'll try executing it. Python 3 mycanvas.qml. Oh, this is what. Okay, so, and since it is black, I believe it will show here. Okay, it is showing. So this is what we are doing as per the design. So this is the design. So as per the design, this is the what we have drawn. And now idea is we'll go ahead and we'll fill this portion with some color. Okay, if we want to fill it, then we need to have a fill style. So we can have context fill style equal to red. Probably this is the color we want. Context dot fill. That's it. So it would be filled. Fill style fill. We'll try again. Wow, this is what it is. But okay, and our line is not visible nicely. We can make line color green. Okay, so instead of this stroke style, we'll say it is green. RGB1. Line width will make 4. Okay, so this is green stuff outside. We'll try something. Okay, fill style, I'll put it here, and first we would fill, then we would stroke. Okay, this is better, certainly. Line is thicker. And if we stroke first and fill later, both are different. So a stroke is more visible on left side, green one, right side it is less prominent. So we should fill first and then we should stroke. So that is the concept. Okay, so we will draw text inside it quickly. Fill it and stroke. Okay, we are here. So we are at the end. Now we'll code context font. We'll set a font when we are drawing a text. Normal. What would be the height of the font? So this is context, this is property binding plus pixel, and font can be like or TW empty, or we can have consolas. So this is the grammar for font size. Nor what is the type, and what is the its boldness, that is normal, and its size, that is height of the canvas by 3 pixel, and consola is the font. Here also we'll have stroking. So context fill style equal to white. Context fill text. So we'll have something called text or world, width by 6, height into something we have done, so it would come to center. It may not be a perfect one. Now this is fill and this is stroking. Here also fill and stroke comes. So font equal to height, and I think it would be same thing what we did. No need to type in, I believe. Normal context stroke text, world. I believe it is also same thing. So we are here. Instead of fill text, it would be stroke text. Context dot stroke style, zero zero FF. So this is green again. Done. So this is the code. After we did stroke, now we are declaring one font and fill style and then fill text. So we are drawing a text, filled one, and then again we have a font and stroke text. Maybe we can, I think I can avoid this, not required. And context stroke text, it would stroke now. Stroke style is this. We'll try. Okay. But there is no stroking and there is error also. Property stroke text object is not a function. Okay. So this is what we wanted. Probably font would be smaller. So we don't need this. And font would be smaller. So height by 4 we can do. And fill text, world and width and starting X and Y location where it would start and height. So we'll see again if really comes world. Wow. So this is what is stroke and fill, and we drew the text also. Now from our design, this is pending. Now this rectangle we'll draw and then we'll make it complete the way we are thinking. So my canvas, here we'll add a rectangle. So this is parrot rectangle with width 800 and height something 800 and color as C0 C0 C0. We have rectangle, one more. So this guys, so rectangle, and then we'll have ID rect ID and width 250, height 100, anchors dot left is parent dot horizontal center, anchors dot vertical center, parent dot vertical center, We'll make it focus equal to true, or we can just leave it right now. Now Mr. Canvas is now children, so it would place itself as anchors dot right parent dot left anchors dot vertical center parent dot vertical center. Okay, we have a rectangle width and height, color, another rectangle. This rectangle is this one, and top one is just a container, width and height, anchor left parent horizontal center, and vertical center is parent vertical center, canvas right parent left vertical center, and parent vertical center. Okay, we would add so canvas width and height is not required now. Okay, so this has come, but canvas is gone. So canvas width and height will set as per the parent. This is what we don't want, what we had. Parent dot width into 2 by 3 height, parent dot height into 2, width parent width less than parent width and height more than parent height. We'll try again. Oh, this is what is the design. This is what is the design. One handle and then the bomb. Same thing. Handle and the bomb. So this is how we can do canvas painting. Little bit we'll talk about rotation also. We can actually rotate this. So we'll add one small thing how we can rotate it. Small about transformation. For rotation we can add a focus here. So this would focus is true. Keys. So we'll add a key so that if we press something, it would rotate. So key on pressed, function event, if event dot modifiers and qt dot control modifier, and this is grammar for great movement. So qt dot will have a rotation angle, rotation angle plus equal to 5. So we'll have one property here, property I think property reint rotation angle equal to 0. So it would start with rotation angle 0. If we press Control and right key, event modifiers, Control modifier and right key, it would provide rotation angle, and now we can have rotation rect id dot rotation angle. Okay, so it should rotate. We have set focus equal to true, rotation angle 0. If plus equal to 5, actually it should be plus equal to 5 or rotation angle plus 5, and then it should be in 360. This should be the actual rotation angle plus 5 and then 360 modulo rotation rect id rotation angle. We'll try. Key pressed. Okay, so we'll rotate as per the design, control and right. Okay, so it is not rotating. I am pressing, but try. Okay, we'll see what we have done. Rectangle, rectangle, and focus is true. Key on pressed, and it receives, calls a function event, and in the event dot modifiers and qt control modifier and event dot key equal to qt key right, then rotation angle equal to rotation is a property, better we can put here, and key would come here. We'll try again. Okay, so control and wow. Okay, unfortunately I cannot do anti-clockwise. This is what we have written. Okay, so this is very simple canvas painting. So quickly we achieved this, and this is the classic of scene graph technology, I would say, not QML. And this is scene graph technology and model wave architecture. So this is about canvas. We can do more about it. We'll see transformation in little detail.